What's up, all you basement dwellers? Tickle My Shoes here, aka Fluffalole, also known as the Hecate King when I play games such as EVE Online. Today we're going over the new release to the event for Valentine's Day, which is the Guardians of the Gala event. Last year when they hosted it, it was a little broken and a bunch of things were off, and we had these tickets to get loot boxes and stuff like that. This time we come around, it seems a little more difficult to sight as there's webbing, scramming, and nuding from multiple different kinds of ships. I usually warp in at 50, and when we land, the type of damage that you need to do is all different kinds because each types of the ships do different kinds of damages versus resistance. Even the final guy is least resistance to explosive, or a lot of the things are least resistance to kinetic as you're working your way towards that final guy. Seems there's a Nurgle here soloing it, so that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna jump to the next one and just skip the camera here. Let's actually see if he lives. Just gonna speed this camera up, you guys, and get a little closer and see if this guy actually lives. Can we warp to a wreck? He's saying in local that he can't solo the site, so we're gonna give some aid here. My range is about 70, so I'm letting him know that, and I told him to work his way over here. As in EVE Online, you know, you could make a choice. You could steal the site from him. I could just let him die and steal his loot and stuff in his ship. But I'm a good EVE Online player, you know, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna give him a hand. If you check in local here, he's calling for help, so let's do it. He might not even have enough DPS to break the main guys in the end, because he is just a Nurgle. So you guys see we got right here the cruising Hugin. That one's a webbing ship. It says it has him webbed down, so we'll take that out for him. And then over here we got double Hugins, and we can check their stats like this. So you guys, I'm in a high sec system right now, so I don't really have to worry about other players coming. I could get ganked and destroyed, something like that, or somebody could steal the thing. But you can see this guy's going explosive secondary to kinetic, so I'm using augmentated Vespas on these guys just to soften them down. Just disperse these small things so his signature radius becomes really powerful to him. And then we'll zoom in down here and we'll mess up these Hugins. So I do believe there's like 5 or 6 waves or something like that. He would have been on the first wave right now as we landed here. Yeah, he still would have been on the first one. The one that I did previous, there was Macarial wave and then another Macarial wave, and then I was about 200 and something kilometers off of this station over here, and the end boss, which is a galley, he's called something event. I got this loot from him. It gave me an agency 1 and the overseers. I didn't get any of the implants or anything like that. But another thing to take into account, you guys, it didn't matter what the distance that I was away from him, he just jumped to me like he was a magician and landed 20 kilometers from me. He spawned and then just jumped to me because he's magical. Alright, so let's get this Hugin here. Remember, you guys, we are taking the sandbox effect route in this one, as we are lending a hand to an unknown player that said, "Help me." He was probably gonna die. He went to the site in a Nurgle, you guys. He's warping away now. He says he's off. You guys can see right here. 07, my friend. Okay, remember guys, this is the fit that I'm using to run the site with, as we want to always stay ISK efficient when we're trying to do EVE Online, so we want less ISK more reward. So what I did is I used my old federal criminal build, which uses the copacetic particle field accelerator, and you combine that with the large shield booster too, and what that does is that gives you stat-wise a ghetto version of a Pith X shield booster. If you don't know what I mean, it's a Dead Space X repper right here, as we can check the attributes, and you see right here 370, where our version is doing 377, and we have a clean enough tank that we can tank everything. As in these Gala event sites, you guys, they do all kinds of damage and they tank all kinds of damage. So think of the site as if you took all of the ships and put them into one single ship and merged them together, they would be omni damage. So you have to do all kinds of damage in certain moments like this. To do it faster, you don't have to switch, but you can makes it go really faster as the end boss for the final site to get the loot. He's more weak to Caldari Vespas and kinetic damage, where some of the other ones are more weak to thermal, and some of the other ones are more weak to warriors and explosives and Valkyrie. But I tend to stick to the hammerheads and the Vespas more than anything, it seems. Never mind. So as you guys can see that it doesn't cost that much, but it's very efficient and it runs the site solo, and I'm sure even an alpha pilot could change a couple of these things and make it run solo as well. With that said, I hope this helps you guys out, and let's get right into the video.
2,000 years later.
Alright guys, so after saving that other capsuleer on that other event, and we did finish that other one, I put the other stuff into the station. We never got anything good. Thanks CCP for the box of chocolates, because that's all we got out of the site with an overseer's effect. But with that said, we're able to do our own site now, and I can go over this with you guys as we go along. So we're going to wait for the first spawn here. The fireworks going off indicate me that the site's been activated. I warped to the site at 70 kilometers. They're starting to come in now. So I'm gonna put one drone on one drone. As you can see right here, the cruising vigil. He's already pointing us and warp disrupting us, and then you can see that the carries right here, he's damping and also warp disrupting us. We got double tornadoes. Vindicators coming in now. Ooh, that hammerhead took a massive hit. We should pull those drones in and switch them. Launch some Vespas. Get all our missiles on the Vindicator. That's because those tornadoes like pretty much wrecked that guy. Let's start heading in a bit. Okay, so we're being webbed and scrammed by the Vindicator. Nothing too crazy so far. We could turn this up a little bit so you guys can hear. And then turn this up a little bit, turn my mic up. There we go. Shouldn't have too much interference from it. The site isn't that hard, you guys. Remembering that last time we had to do the Gala event, we had to collect the tickets and then go over to here and activate it to get some type of loot box. You don't have to do that this time. I haven't gotten any type of ticket or anything. I've done it twice so far. All I've gotten is an Overseer's effect as well, but also take into account that I do not have this in my inventory, you guys, which is a mobile tractor unit. Make sure when you come to the Gala event that you drop the mobile tractor unit, because yeah, you're looking for the main loot and the implant drops and etc like that, but you also can get Tech 3, Tech 4 drug drops from the hard shell, Pyrolancer, and the speed one from these sites, just from regular ships. So make sure that you bring your mobile tractor unit so that you can collect the loot as you go. With that said, let's just continue to get this guy, put the missiles on him. Let's rep a few. These can be found in high sec, low sec, null sec wormhole space, I hear. This is what people have been telling me. I do believe there is about 4 to 5 spawns per one. This is the second spawn right here. These two in the cruisers count as a spawn. The Vindicator and the Frigs were their own spawn. So right now we're on spawn 3. And in the other two sites, you guys, I did test trying to activate this. No avail. Nothing happened. I tried to see if the box of chocolates that I got out of the wreck from CCPs to see if that did anything. Nope. So basically, you just go for the Overseer's effects and you try to see if you get lucky on a loot drop. But all in all, the site is working okay, and I haven't came across any bugs yet. So this is the third one I've done since I've logged into the game. I've been alive for about an hour now, maybe. I like to get these out and show you guys as fast as possible so you guys can get right into them like I like to do. I did not see a progression tree for this site like you usually did on the last Gala event where they gave us skins. It just seems to be just grind, look for the blueprints or the implants however they drop, because I haven't seen one drop yet, and then continue on. Alright, we gotta get these drones in. Let's launch some hammerheads. This guy's webbing us down pretty good. So we'll just focus here and get rid of this guy for a second. I haven't seemed to have too much difficulty with them in the old federal criminal build, you guys. Or if you had a Pith X booster, like if you switch this to a Pith X on this build, you can remember that if you have the ISK, you Pith X this. If you don't care about doing it cheaply, you Pith X this, you remove this, add more resistance. Or whatever you feel comfortable helps your build out. Newer players, as you can see, that one Damovic player tried to go for it, but I don't think he's as new of a player. He was just trying to get in there and see if he could do it. But most new players, if they don't have the constructive knowledge as a lot of us older players have, then they might struggle on this site, etc. So they might have to look for people like us to help them out with the good little guides. Alright, so I think I'm going to launch this augmented Vespa and this Vespa. Okay, so this is wave 3. It's almost done, nothing too crazy. I do know that there's Macarial spawns in these sites, you guys, and then I do believe there is 2 of them. When one spawns and you defeat it, another wave comes, and then the end boss comes. But I've also seen Macarial wave defeat it, then end wave. So you might get double Macarial waves and then end boss, or you might just get Macarial wave then end boss. It differs from the sites because remember, I've only done 2. This is the third one, and that's my ratio so far. So whatever comes of this one, we'll see. Let's go down here. I've seen more Vindicators in this one than other ones usually. And make sure that guy doesn't fuck up my drones. I didn't bring too many as I wanted to just jump right back into the site and get this recorded for you guys. I did record another one, but I turned the sound up too much so you couldn't hear me at times. I do like the firework effects in the back with the heart there. Looks pretty good. And this station right here looks like it has some more things on it, like these little moving lights and stuff like that. It never had that last time. And it wasn't purple. I think it was like a pinkish color. Alright, yeah, get on you. Kill this Vindicator. I try to get the things that have me webbed down really fast. Carries is 400 kilometers away. What the? Look, you guys, he's way over here for some reason. That's where he spawned. That's the first glitch I've seen of the site. It's pretty far distance to spawn. Alright, so I'm trying to take out this webbing guy. If you guys want to see the Vindicator's stats right here, he is weakest to kinetic, so I'm hitting him with the Vespas right now. We can go over the Catalyst one right here, and you guys can see the same effect. We can go over the Hyena, which warp disrupts you, points you, and webs you right here. You can see they all go down pretty fast with the good old Vespas. Alright, he's almost down. Then we'll take out this guy because he has me webbed, so I'll put the augmentated guy on him. And we'll put this Vespa on you. I'm going to support my augmentated with some bombardment. Hey look, the carries made it. What a journey. I like to stay close to the site. Some people might like to keep distance, etc. like that, but I like to stay real close. That way when the battleship spawns, he's not at his crit range on me and I can get under his guns, because you start to get webbed pretty bad when it comes to it. And the final guy has a scram, so if you are micro warp drive fit, oh, they killed it, I wasn't paying attention. If you're micro warp drive fit, they will pin you down. Or no, it's still out there. Okay, let's get up the Talus. You guys want to see the stats on the Cursing Talus? Here it is. Same thing. It's cool how there's all types of rats in here, all different kinds. It's very interesting. But I know that I am for sure probably losing out on possibly 20-30 mil in ISK if there's drugs inside these caches right here. Okay, so we got another Vindicator drop. Usually I was seeing Macarials. Looks like maybe sometimes if there's no Macarials then they do Vindicators. So that's also good to take into account and know. Look at these Vigilants. They're warping away. No idea what's going on, but he warped 400 kilometers that way. Very weird. Can't lock that one guy. Let's lock up that guy. Can't lock him. Oh. If that Vespa takes another direct hit from that tornado, I have to switch. Let's get closer to the Vindicator. Just do a quick switch. You see the Vespa's in trouble. The small stuff new to me doesn't affect me too much, but I just want to make sure I take out this guy. Get him nice and low, and then we go like this. And I keep the missiles on him so he doesn't wrap up too much. The Vespas can't hit. Come on, boys. Is that, is that now augmented? One of them's scram, so it can't really move. Guys, let's just switch them. We'll launch the hammerheads. Look how long it's taking that one Vespa to get back. So take into account if you guys use drone boats. I'm sure that there's gunboats that just finish these sites incredibly faster. This guy might not even make it. Nope, toast. Okay, now that they locked us all up. But remember, you guys, I like to do sights and I like the agility of cruisers. I like the maneuverability, but you could just blap in here with a battleship and just hold true in one spot. I'm sure take everything out really fast. It wouldn't be too much of a problem. Just get rid of this tornado really quick if we can. This Vespa's being scrammed by that one guy. So let's make the Vespa attack him, I guess. Everything's on my drones now. For some reason they're being really picky here. It's kind of annoying. Okay, come here. Look at this crazy drone aggro. Quit it! I'm trying to drive at my drones to save them. Got him. Alright, let's finish this guy off. We got the aggro. Let's get this wave over with. Oh yeah, there was somebody else was doing it in a Phantasm too. Here's his build. He was running it easily, he said, not too much trouble. It was the pilot that we saved. He switched and started running a site like that afterwards. Alright, let's get on this guy. So hopefully we only have one more wave after this one. But remember, you guys, remember to bring your mobile tractor unit and deploy it when you start the site, because you don't want to miss any of the loot drops. I'm just trying to show you guys what the site is like, but all of this loot right here, you should be MTUing to your MTU unit and then coming back to get it. That drone's dead. I really hate these guys. It's kind of funny. I never seen such crazy drone aggro before. Let's stay real close to this guy. When you complete this site, we just got a payment there, you guys. It seems that you get about 12 to 15 million ISK from killing every single thing, depending on your spawns. The final spawn guy will give you about 5 million ISK, I do believe that he's worth. So that's pretty good. Hey, look, he just hates the drones. He knows. Stay close to it then. It's my last set of Vespas because I forgot to bring extra. I just jumped back into the site. Alright. I'm gonna bring my drones in so that I take all the aggro, get some cap up. Should we check the Vindicator's wreck and see what's in there? You never know. Hopefully we're on the final spawn now. Nothing too hot in there. Nope. Still another spawn after this one. I just want to make sure that everything shoots me. Okay, let's kill the Cinnable because he always newts me out. He doesn't newt me out, but he has newts. I always target the Cinnables first so far out of the sights. Dampening doesn't really have an effect. There's a Loki coming in, possibly trying to steal the site. As you guys remember, I am running them in high sec And as you can see by running them in high sec, these things can happen. As when we went to the one site, we had to save a new bro, or well, not a new bro, we saved an older player. Balls going balls deep in in the site in a in a fucking frigate. Kudos to him. Hopefully this Loki starts blapping stuff with us or just takes off and lets me finish the site myself. Looks like my drones are taking some heat again, so I'm gonna switch them. Remember, I only have a couple now. The Loki's probably just hanging out trying to get the final boss. Let's get on this guy, lock up some more. There he is right here, the final boss. He's up there. Okay, that Loki is shooting things with me. That's good to see. Hopefully, hopefully the Gala embrace guy doesn't target me and it targets him. Oh, he's locking me up right when I say that. Jinxed myself. Pretty much have to kill this Talos guy right quick and then come over here and kill this Tramiel because it has me webbed. I need to get closer to this guy. Alright, send over the Valkyries. They're very speedy, so they'll make it. That guy warped. Interesting. They warped to a safe. Alright, I'm gonna pull these drones in. Start shooting the final boss. You want to put augmented Vespas on him, as you guys can see right here. The Guardian's Gala MC. Here's his stats right here, so I'm using Vespas on him because they'll work the best. Also, the Loki pilot is hitting it with me. So let's make sure that we get different volleys at different times. It's a Loki, I'm sure he can just tank it for days. So let's get our AB on, as everything seems to be shooting him. The best thing we can hope for here, you guys, is that we don't get a yellow box here. We have to be the one that last hits the battleship. Otherwise, if I scoop it, I will go suspect and the Loki will be able to engage me. But if we lock him up, he should be tanking just fine. Not a scratch. Alright, it's going down. So hopefully we get it here. There it is. It's not yellow to us, so we scoop that. Oh, it is yellow to us. But you can see what it was there. That's the site, you guys. I did have it on there for a second, so you could quickly look back on the video and pause the screen to see what it was. I did for a moment there see that it was skins and something else, so you guys can see that. Remember to have your safety set to green unless you're ready to PvP and fight and take things on in your T3 destroyers as well. So when you come to the site like that, when the box was yellow, if I would have had my safety set to yellow or red, I would scoop the loot, but then my suspect timer would happen and I would cause a criminal act. By doing that criminal act, he would have the freely right to engage me. Thus, we would have combat if he chooses for the loot of the site. That's high sec little DEDs, combat sites, and like mission bullshit. Kill MTUs, cause the criminal timer effects on other players so you can engage them. But as you can see, you do not have to come here as a PvE player. You could come to these sites and this event as a full-on PvP player, ready to blap on the new bros or blap anybody that's trying to do the sites like that and show them your Valentine's Day love. So with that said, you guys, I hope you've seen and learned what the site is like, and you can make your own builds and come in here and just wreck the sites and get out there and enjoy the event like we're supposed to, and take a break from your daily grind of your EVE Online adventures or moments that you do. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoy. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.